Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome in. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see the kid in these streets? I don't want nobody. Hope everybody's good. Uh, um, there was something I was supposed to say right here, but if it ain't written down, more than likely I'm going to forget it. So we forgot it. Ah. Well, thank you for the feedback on yesterday's rant. It was fun to produce. It didn't do the numbers I wish it had done. I don't know what's going on for the last couple of weeks. YouTube has pigeonholed me, and I'm barely getting any views. But I'm gonna try this for 3 more seconds, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is ridiculous. Thank you, Amy. So yeah. Anyway, that wasn't what I was going to say, but maybe it'll hit me towards the end of the show. We got a good topic to rant about today, and more stupidity from people, and stupidity costing them their bread and their money, whatever. And I just don't get stupidity. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. Me I don't get it. Me I don't get it. Um, I can show up to a job where I don't agree with people politically and do my job. I don't care. I'm not there unless my job is politics. Then that's when I care. But if my job isn't politics, I don't care. What are we here for? What is the mission and the vision? Um, uh, Thank you, Prince, for the words of encouragement. No, seriously, thank you. Cause yeah, like it's, anyway, meanwhile, there's somebody getting millions of views right now who has no talent and looks like they live in a bell tower. But that's neither here nor there. Let me focus. AJ must focus. We must focus now. Whatever you like to do. All right. Because we can sit here and do comparisons all day. Comparison, contrast. I don't know what that person sacrificed to be where they are. Oh, whatever. I don't care about the politically correct script. I don't care about that script right now. Anyway, it is really annoying. It's super annoying. It's ridiculously annoying that the same people who cry, foul, who would cry foul, scream discrimination and threaten lawsuits and hashtag, justice for whoever, hashtag we shall overcome, and hashtag we need DEI. All of these people they'd be front and center for all of that stuff, and then ready to organize boycotts and acting like crazy people. And then the exact same people who refused service of this couple in Ann Arbor, Michigan, are the same people who would throw a fit if the roles were reversed. So, for those who have been living under a rock, let's play the incident, and then we'll do our reaction.
Right, which is discrimination.
Yeah, we're at Smoothie King, and they're discriminating and saying we cannot get service because Jake has a Trump service on.
Okay, well,
So
you said you were going to leave, so please just have a great day and leave so we can continue what we're doing. Like, thank
we
you.
were just wanting a smoothie, and you literally looked at us, and I asked you if everything was okay. You said we don't feel comfortable serving you because of my husband's hoodie.
Yes.
That is discrimination.
Okay, well, have a great day. Like, you're still
That is
doing
illegal.
That's illegal.
I said Trump discriminates us.
That has nothing to do with us wanting a smoothie.
Okay, but that's what you support. That's what you love, though.
You don't,
So
but
have a
you
great day.
you don't own this. You don't own Smoothie King.
You're gonna no longer have your job.
Literally. Like, I'm confused. Is this a joke?
Good luck maintaining your employment.
I don't care. Like, have a great day.
When your company is charged, yeah, you will.
So literally, Jake's wearing his hoodie. They would not serve us because Jake's wearing a Trump hoodie. Talking about discrimination?
That's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. No, what's embarrassing is that we're American citizens and I wanted to get a smoothie.
Because my manager was here, she said the same thing to you. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying to you, okay?
But then, hey, you know that's a crime, right?
It's not
Discrimination
though.
is
We
a
have
crime.
the right to refuse service here, and that's what we
Not
did.
due to political views, though. Not due to
You
political
asked her
views.
what was wrong, and she said that she was
It's okay,
uncomfortable,
it's a
right or
crime.
wrong. You asked the question, she answered. Have a great day.
That's a
Have a
crime.
great day.
You know that's
The
a
door is right there. Have a great day.
How embarrassing.
Have a great day. Call the police. Okay?
Wow.
Discrimination.
Yeah, I am going to call the police.
Just ghetto. Just ghetto. So yeah, like I just said, the exact same people who would who are being discriminatory would be the exact same people, who would bitch and moan, right? If someone refused service to them, oh, forget it. If someone you didn't agree with their politics or their race or what they look like or whatever, so let that marinate for a moment. You are not in your, when you go out in the world to interact, or your job, and your job isn't a political job where majority of people think like you politically or whatever. When you go out into the world, you leave your little enclave, your little woke bubble. You leave that, right? So you are now mingling in the world with people who think like you, don't think like you, don't really care, just whatever, you know. And so you are not in your activist discords at that point. So at that point, you are now a part of corporate America, right? When you went to Smoothie King and filled out your application and they hired you, yeah, you represent them. You represent the brand, the company, right? You are not in your dorm room or in your bedroom that your mother is paying for, and being able to spout whatever you want, because that's how you feel or what you've been conditioned to believe, right? But yeah, you're in corporate America, and the rules of your private convictions do not apply in corporate America. Sorry to break the news to you, right? Your feelings are not corporate policy. Your discomfort is not company protocol. Yeah, there are certain lines you don't cross, but who you voted for, who cares? I'm just make the damn smoothie and move on with your day, right? Your ideology is not operational procedure. Yeah, nobody cares. I don't care. I don't care who you voted for. Can you do the job? All right. You clocked into work not to protest. Which part of that don't you get? So the woman who was recording the video, her name is Eric Lindmeyer, and her husband Jake, as she said in the video, walked into the Smoothie King. This was in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Jake was wearing a pro-Trump hoodie. That was the offense. That was the crime. That was the thing that made this person so uncomfortable. Yep. He didn't walk in threatening anybody. He wasn't, calling them. He wasn't using slurs or anything. He wasn't causing chaos. He just had on some fabric that had words that they didn't particularly care for. Now, yeah, these people are young, so there's a little bit of grace given because obviously they were raised wrong. But two young employees refused to serve them because they don't feel comfortable. Um, uncomfortable. I don't know what are you uncomfortable with? Cotton? I mean, I'd read with ink. I mean, a last name stitched on a hoodie. I mean, whatever. So as you can see, this whole thing went viral and the internet exploded, especially MAGA. Because once MAGA gets its teeth into something about being discriminatory, yeah, and as well they should, because it does happen more often than you think. But Jake and Erica here say that they were being discriminated, which they were. We literally saw it based on political views, and we literally heard it out of their mouth. So one of the workers, literally, he says later that she might have accidentally started a race war. A race war. Oh yeah. You want to see her reaction video? We can watch that now. Yeah, let's watch her reaction video.
Hi guys, it's Janai and Michelle. I'm just gonna explain what happened yesterday at Smoothie King Ann Arbor. So basically, it was really busy the whole day. It was just me and my other coworker. And basically, this couple comes in the midst of it being like super busy, so we cannot attend to them right away. We're just like, hello, we'll be with you in a moment. And they're just giving us really weird looks. And so, like, we're kind of looking at them back, like, what's going on? And that's when we realized they're wearing Trump merch. And that's when my coworker says to me,
Y'all believe that? Y'all believe that? Y'all buying that?
that like this is making me uncomfortable, like this is weird, like, because mind you, it was really the day right after Black History Month.
You always know when somebody BSing you when they give you all of these details. these unnecessary, irrelevant details. As always know when you being hoodwinked when they and I touched real cotton in 1982, and what the hell has this got to do with the conversation, bro? Just like what happened?
And that's when Torta asked us if there was an issue, and that's when my coworker said, like, yeah, we're uncomfortable because of your husband's sweater, and she was taking an order on the headset for the drive-through, and then so that's why I was doing most of the talking, because she was attending to the customer. So that's why, like, yeah, like we are uncomfortable. And then that's when he immediately gets loud. As you can see, guys, in my video, we're just saying, like, yeah, like, we're uncomfortable, blah 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 blah, and then he immediately gets loud, like, discrimination, you're discriminating against us.
Now we know that's a lie because we actually saw the video. We saw the video from Erica. That man wasn't yelling at y'all. Yo, these people are wackadoodle, bro. She made up her own story. Y'all want to hear it again?
Hi guys.
Hi guys. Try to act like she's so nice at work. She's not nice at work. She one of them people you walk in and it's your fault that she accepted a job here, right? So now she's gonna be a total bitch to everybody that walks in today because I don't want to be here. Yo, I'm telling you, these people are insufferable.
It's Janai and Michelle. I'm just gonna explain what happened yesterday.
Yeah, we don't want to hear you again. We're good. So Shania Michelle doesn't want to do her job over a hoodie, and she's causing, there might be a race war over a smoothie. Do you hear how unserious these people are? Of course. So now Smoothie King, originally everyone's like, well, what happened? Why hasn't Smoothie King said anything? You realize Smoothie King has real business to tend to. And so they probably saw that they were trending and they were like, whoa, what's this about? And so they have to actually investigate it before they say anything. And so, yeah, they eventually said, oh, yeah, we mean with that. So, of course, Smoothie King steps in, they investigate, they fire them, they issue an apology and moved on with their life. And, and now we have a national emotional meltdown because people just can't do their damn jobs. Just do your job. Just do your job. And when and then, as I always ask in these situations, when people make stupid decisions that they could have just did what they had to do and moved on with their day, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Whenever people lose opportunities over ego, it is a very simple question. I've even had to ask myself this sometimes in life. AJ, was it worth it? When you said X, was it worth it? When you did Y, was it worth it? If the answer is no, don't do it again. Learn the lesson and move on. Obviously, this doesn't look like the type of person that's going to learn the lesson and move on. This looks like the type of person that's going to milk this for everything. I would not be surprised if she ends up suing Smoothie King or something, or her or the manager. I don't know if she was the manager or the other one was the manager, but whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if they play victim, because a lot of times, a lot of these blacks get in corporate America, even on the retail side, and they will find any excuse to sue. They will find any reason. Oh, I was discriminated against. You didn't hug me that day. You didn't breastfeed me this morning. That's not your manager's job, bro. Y'all want all of these accommodations to do your damn job. Like I never got it. I never got it in corporate America. But of course, and then of course, those blacks in corporate America saw me a different way, even then. Because I'm like, I don't. I, I'm not here to give you my emotional state. I'm here to. Okay, whatever. Anyway, was that little exchange with about 90 seconds, maybe a little bit longer? Was that whole emotional thing with it, was that worth it? Was that worth your employment? Was that worth you losing your job over, right? Was that political flex worth you not? And I don't know if you pay rent or bills or whatever. I don't know. I saw reports that y'all were minors or something, or just young adults or whatever. I don't care. I don't care, right? Was that viral moment worth your future references? Right. When people don't understand, yeah, it might be just a job to you now, but you can never put it on your resume. It'd be like, oh, she got fired for this. I'd be like, oh, she's unhinged. We can't hire that person, right? Because activism feels powerful in the moment, right? Activism has a time and a place. Yeah, but at your job, oh, no. But unemployment feels powerful in real life. Unemployment shows up and they're like, oh, dang, I got bills. Yeah, you got bills. And you were literally about to get those bills covered and you decided to make a dumb decision. So there's a difference between standing on principle and standing in the unemployment line. The way she painted that story was like these two came in there. Look at them little N words. And these N words get me my smoothie. And nothing of the sort happened. So and then I love to talk about the hypocrisy, because these are the same people who want you to tiptoe around this. They don't want you to actually talk about this stuff. So some of the people who are defending these employees, we all know what they look like. And they're saying they had it right, and they right on, don't serve the bigots, blah, 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 whatever they say, right? Anyway, so if someone walked into a coffee shop wearing a Biden hoodie and got denied service, you'd say that's fine? No. You absolutely, I wouldn't even say it was fine, right? You're just not going to serve someone because they have on a Biden hoodie. Do you know how stupid you sound right now? Yeah, I think the hoodie's dumb, but I don't have time to process personal emotion. I got time to make this money, right? In fact, I'm hoping there's some way I can upsell you. I don't care, right? So, but no, y'all will be protesting on every social media platform. It's fascism, it's extremism. You say democracy is under attack. All of the stupid phrases that y'all say. But when the hoodie says Trump, oh yeah. Suddenly discrimination becomes empowerment. Mm. See, that's not principle. That's partisanship. That's emotional favoritism, and we ain't got time for that, right? It's immaturity masquerading as moral superiority, and it's corny. Now here's where it gets deliciously ironic. Ann Arbor has one of the most progressive non-discrimination ordinances in the United States of America. When your own woke policies bite you on the behind, don't it? It literally prohibits businesses from refusing service based on protected characteristics, including what? Political beliefs. Not just no. Not just the political beliefs you like. Political beliefs. That's it. Period. Dot. Political beliefs. So you can't scream inclusion and out of one side of your mouth and then exclude others out the other. That's not how that works. Public accommodations, it includes restaurants, retail stores, salons, entertainment venues. So you refuse service based on protected characteristics. That is in fact a violation. So in one of the most woke cities in America, you got. You literally violated one of your own ordinances in the name of what? Dumb. Da dum da dum. Talk about poetic justice. Now let's address the race element here. So the coworker said she might have started a quote race war. Why does accountability immediately become racialized? Because one of the things I said is that they did this because these people were black, right? And so why is everything escalated to oppression when consequences show up? Yeah, it's called you made a bonehead decision that resulted in this. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin and everything to do with your actions, right? So yeah, that's not systemic racism. That's not systemic. That's literally systemic accountability. Mhm. And I'm not gonna say something, no, I'm going to say something uncomfortable. And in my opinion, part of the boldness here, came from the assumptions that these people were light and melanated. Yeah, I can be sassy and wag my finger and that because it's Trump, right? And Smoothie King has these progressive policies, and even in those progressive policies, they still protect people they don't agree with. You have to. You can't say these policies are only for liberals or only for only for Biden supporters or only for Democrats. You can't do that, right? It includes everybody. Even if you go to majority MAGA parts of the country, they can't say, well, we're not going to serve you because you're a Democrat. That's the stupid as dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. You're here to do business, right? Hell, I don't give a damn if you buy a Trump flag from me and then go burn it. Hey, whatever. I made the money for the transaction. Don't care. Oh, well. So you did it because these people were white. That's just and there's a certain cultural permission that we have, especially today, and then outwardly. It used to be a lot of this used to be internal in the black community. Now it's very it's projected outward and into corporate spaces, right? And so basically we have cultural permission. Yeah. Structure that literally tells us that some people it's okay to be hostile towards them. It's okay. Yeah, that's fine. You know, no, that's not okay. You know, you want somebody to pay for something they weren't there for, that they didn't do to you. That's dumb. That's like, and I told this story before. That's like the woman that came up to me after a workshop, gave me a big hug, and said she's so happy she met me, white liberal, and then proceeded to say, "I was mugged by a black guy like you, and you dispelled a lot of what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Am I supposed to take that as a compliment?" No, all of it's dumb, all of it's bias, all of it's prejudice, and that's exactly what you claim. These people are sitting up here claiming they fight this. No, you can't claim to fight it and do it at the same time. That's not how that works, right? You have to lead by example. Like your manager should have led by example in that moment instead of allowing you to be sassy and what was that going to accomplish? You barking and yelling in the workplace, knowing you're being recorded, and then your manager walking away and allowing you to continue to just be sassy, black, and ghetto. Yeah, I said it. So yeah, when you put on that uniform, you are not you. You are a representative for that brand you're wearing. So when you put on that ugly Smoothie King logo, you are now representative for Smoothie King. You are no longer Tanika Rane. Got it? Okay, cool. You are not there to process your political trauma. You are not there to conduct ideological purity tests. Nobody cares. You are not there to emotionally curate your customer base. Nobody cares. You are there to do a job. Listen, I like everybody else under the sound of my voice. I have convictions. I have opinions. I have very strong opinions. But if someone walks into my business wearing an Obama shirt or a F Trump hoodie or a Bernie Sanders hat, I don't care. I don't care. My mission is not to argue with you about the fabric on. My goal is to get money out of you. That's it. That's it. Give you excellent service, serve you, move on with my life, right? However, whatever that is, because I'm there to transact. That's it. I'm not here to have tantrums. I'm not here to cry about your shirt offending me. Or I don't care. I can make a video about it later. Who cares? So yeah, today at my job, some dummy walked in with a F Trump on, and then move on with it, right? But that's not the time and the place to have the tantrum, the meltdown, to scream and yell and act like a baboon's ass. That's not the moment to do that. So professionalism means you can operate around people who disagree with you without collapsing emotionally. Yeah. And that's why a lot of don't do well in corporate America, because you want special treatment. hmm hmm You need to be spoken to a certain way. If there's even the slightest inflection in someone's voice, you're ready to run to human resources and report them. Like you are above reproach or above correction. Like, no, you're not. You signed up for this. You don't like it here, quit. Go find another job. Go find a job where they'll coddle you and make you feel great about yourself. Right. Money is money. Make your money. Long as you ain't being degraded, like if you're being disciplined or you're being held accountable, that's not being degraded. I don't get it. I never got it. But anyway, so this is not about your politics or my politics. This is about discipline, right? And we all know that a lot of folks who work in these places, they tend to lack discipline. Yeah, they tend to lack consistency. And a lot of them are young. Some that can be a factor, but that's not an excuse you can lay on, right? You accepted this job, right? So yeah, you go woke, you go broke. That's not a chant. That's literally a possible outcome when you do stupid things at your job, right? So when ideology overrides income disappears. Mhm. The marketplace does not care about your hashtags. It cares about consistency. And corporate America does not run on vibes. It runs on liability management. They have to follow laws. They can't just do whatever they want to do, right? Because wait, hold on. Let me read the Smoothie King's mission. I think I have it somewhere. Where is it? Little Asian man. Where's the little Asian man? Wait, I didn't download it? Oh, that's whack. Geez, I thought I did. Anyway, so there was wait, no, that's not it. Do uptown funk you up. I thought I downloaded it. Apparently I didn't. All right, cool. Well, so yeah, it was a little Asian man and his little mission and vision or whatever. But let me just go to X right quick. I want to read it. I think it's in my bookmarks. Should be. No, I don't want no George. Wait, not. I'm sorry. No, stop going to this one. Just go to all the bookmarks. Dang it. All right, there we go. Okay, so yeah, and they have a thing called partnerships inclusivity, and it says when we say inspire people, we mean everyone. We champion a diverse and inclusive workforce, and that is representative of the guests we serve. We champion a diverse and inclusive workforce, and that is representative of the guests we serve. So if your coworker was a Trump supporter and thought that what you did was problematic, you already violated your own rule right there with that first line. We blend the unique members of our organization, celebrating what is both common and different to grow better together and rule the day. So corny. And then we have a statement from the CEO, Juan Kim. He is the CEO of Smoothie King. We don't always have the right words, but we have to speak up. We stand together as an inclusive brand committed to help each other, to help each person live out their purpose. Injustice and inequality are not right. What is right is using our voice to educate. And our resources to fund causes that fight discrimination. Let's be the change together. That sounds very nice, doesn't it? Yeah, but when the S hit the fan and we had to let y'all know that's not gonna work. So Smoothie King then flipped the script and said, looky. Hold on, where is it? Why are we over here? All right. Yeah. All right. Why doesn't Smoothie King have a check mark? Y'all so cheap. So anyway, and then they followed that up. So they literally said that our mission and vision of inclusivity includes Trump supporters when they wrote this. As a brand, Smoothie King is committed to ensuring our stores are a place free of discrimination of any kind, where every guest and team member is treated with care and respect. Following an investigation into an incident involving a guest who was refused service at a franchise location in Michigan yesterday. The franchise owner has taken immediate action, and the two employees involved are no longer with the business. Both the franchise owner and Smoothie King Corporate have reached out to the guests several times to apologize and will continue to follow up. Yo, y'all better be giving me like free smoothies for the next 5 years or something. I would be able to walk in every day. Yo, have it ready. The local owner is also taking further action and enforcing mandatory retraining for all employees that outline our guest experience standards. So yeah, you don't get to do whatever you want because you don't like a Trump shirt. Yeah. God, shut up, Prince. Yes. And I'm not gonna call him rugs and food. But yeah, you don't get to do that because you don't like it. So um somebody didn't prepare these young people, you know, and this starts in the home. A lot of us, especially, come from very ignorant environments where people who haven't been nowhere or done anything know everything about the world, right? How can you know about a world you've never lived in? Oh. Anyway, and clearly, if each one teach one, and clearly each one teach one failed, right? Because whatever taught them failed them. So then you walk into a corporate environment where you probably were already defeated mentally, and then you thought you could sass mouth your way out of a situation and that there was going to be no accountability or repercussions. Yeah. Somebody didn't teach these people, right? You don't gamble opportunity on your emotional state. You don't sacrifice employment on your ego. Okay. You don't bring protest energy into payroll environments. Sorry to break the news to you, right? Unless you're getting paid by a political organization, that we ain't got time for that, right? The world is not your dorm debate stage. You don't get to have, oh, I don't like you, I like you. It's competitive, it's contractual, it is consequence driven, and it will eat you up and spit you out, and not the way you want to be, sexy Dex. All right. And I love the double standard because remember a couple weeks ago on the rant experience I talked about the Captain Durag. Yeah. And so, yeah, remember the black dentist I talked about in that segment? Yeah. Remember she put up no bonnets, no house shoes, no pajama bottoms. And then everybody on social media tore her a new one. Defending bonnets and do-rags and ghetto culture like that's black culture, right? Black culture. And then you got mad when Captain Durag was created by Disney. Again, whatever. And these are the people who listen to this stupidity. They walk around with these standards, and these double standards, and they think they're justified because they don't like something, and because their skin is brown, that they somehow have this superior that their worldview is superior to anybody else's, anyone they don't agree with, right? No, 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 no. But denying service over a hoodie. What raised you? That is not empowerment, you fool. That's it. Oh my God, this sort of inconsistency, it is exhausting. This hypocrisy is annoying. And you know what's so crazy? Malcolm X literally warned us about being blind politically. He literally called black folks to their face, which is what I love about the Ballad of the Bullet speech. He said it right to y'all face. You are political chumps. Yeah. You sit up there, you get nothing or the bare minimum, and you go right back for more. And then you're so scared of these people that you don't challenge them. Mm-hmm. Did any black person stand up when Hillary Clinton was running for president and say, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? No, because you were scared of her. Did anybody go to Kamala Harris and say, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? All of those black men in California who were saying, hey, I got locked up unjustly, right? Mad at the Jackson family because they ain't supporting Kamala Harris. You tried to lock up Michael freaking Jackson. No, Janet ain't supporting you. What are you talking about? And they gonna get mad at Marlon Jackson when he put on a "Make America Great Again" hat on his Instagram. You don't mess with a Jackson. You mess with one Jackson, you mess with all of them. That's how that works. So no, you think suddenly they're just gonna forget? Oh yeah. She tried to lock Michael up, but yeah, let's support her for president. No, Janet gonna go in there and play dumb. I heard she was white. Classic. Anyway, but anyway, and uh, uh, the thing is, Malcolm X's speech and history in general, it backs up nuance, right? And then speaking of nuance, because I love how we big up LBJ, and we all know I love my favorite LBJ quote. Maybe I'll read it in a second. I have to pull it up though, but um. We also love bigging him up for passing the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which is, I still don't get how all he did was sign it. That was it. He didn't, he might have had to call some senators, but even with that said, he still would not have gotten it past the House and the Senate without the Republican Party, right? So you had 138 Republicans to 34 who were not in favor. So 138 Republicans were in favor in the House for the Civil Rights Act, 34 opposed. 152 Democrats were in favor of the Civil Rights Act, 96 opposed. So you would not have had enough votes to get it past the House. So without that Republican, you wouldn't have gotten it. Then you have the Republicans in the Senate. You have 27 said yes, 6 said no. And then you have 46 Democrat senators say yes, and 21 said no. So again, it wouldn't even gotten past the Senate without the Republican Party. So there would have been no Civil Rights Act of 1964 for President Johnson to sign without the Republican Party. So yeah, it was very bipartisan. It wasn't like what we consider bipartisan today when we can get one Democrat or one Republican to move over and use their damn brain. But anyway, yeah, where's my favorite LBJ quote? Let me read it to y'all right quick since y'all love this man so much. Oh, LBJ, I would have voted for him. Oh, they just know y'all dumb. That's why they do y'all like this. Oh, here we go. Quote, these Negroes, they're getting pretty uppity these days, and that's a problem for us since they've got something they've never had before. The political pull to back up their uppityness. Now, we've got to do something about this. We've got to give them a little something, just enough to quiet them down, not enough to make a difference. For if we don't move at all, then their allies will line up against us, and there'll be no way of stopping them. We'll lose the filibuster, and there'll be no way of putting a brake on all sorts of wild legislation. It'll be Reconstruction all over again. End quote. Now he said that to Senator Richard Russell Jr., who was a Democrat from Georgia, regarding the 1957 Civil Rights Act. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, my favorite line in this quote is give them Just give them a little something, just enough to quiet them down, not enough to make a difference. That's the man you are sweating. Or to quote Charlie Sheen, I just wanted to give you a little memo on this gang of colored boys you're sweating. That's one of my favorite movies, Cadence. If you don't know it, go look it up. Um, so yeah, y'all love LBJ. And tell me the difference between what he said here in 1956, the difference between what he said here and what Democrats do to y'all today. It is literally the same thing. Give them a little something, just enough to quiet them down, not enough to make a difference. Because, of course, black people in the year of our Lord 2026 needs an anti lynching bill. Give them just enough to quiet them down, not enough to make a difference. What the hell is an anti-lynching law going to do for black people in 2026? It's murder, right? So why do we need more? Ah, give them just enough, but not enough to make a difference. Well, well. Dummies, suckers. Anyway. So yeah, that's how you got the 1964 Civil Rights Act to the desk of President Johnson. History is very complex. It's propaganda is very simple, right? And simple narratives control emotional voters, right. So here's the emotion versus the strategy. The Smoothie King incident is a miniature version of a national problem. Emotion over strategy, viral over viable. Performative over productive. Yeah, that's the world we live in. And it's on both sides of the aisle. Anyway. We argue over hoodies while Washington expands power quietly. You see, they got us down here distracted, Erica Kirk versus Candace Owens, APAC versus the Islam Brotherhood. You wouldn't give me a smoothie because I'm wearing a Trump shirt. Oh, you people are racist. I don't like you. See, stupid. And while you doing that, the government gets bigger, more bloated, and they're stealing more of your money, right? Division is profitable. Unity is actually dangerous to the government. To all of these bloated, overfunded institutions, unity is dangerous. We got to keep y'all down here fighting over frivolous stuff. And here's what it comes down to. If your beliefs are so fragile that you cannot hand someone a smoothie without trembling, your beliefs are not strong. Yeah. If your ideology cannot survive proximity to opposition, it is not conviction. It is conditioning. Yeah, meaning your parents raised you wrong, meaning whatever raised you through your mobile device raised you wrong. Professionalism is not betrayal of your politics. It is proof of your maturity. When you can walk in an environment and put your personal differences aside and get the mission of the company done, that is maturity. You do not build a strong nation by emotionally filtering each other at the register. Ring them up, make their salad, make their hood, sell them the damn hoodie, sell them the damn smoothie, whatever it is, right? You build a strong nation by mastering yourself, right? And if you cannot separate your paycheck from your politics, the market will separate themselves from you. Without apology, without hashtags, without emotion, they will peace out on you. Right. That's not oppression. That's life. Life is hard. Get a helmet. I can't believe what did they think was going to happen? As soon as I saw her wagging her head, I said, she's fired. LBJ picked up his beagle dog by its ears. I didn't know that. Ew. I didn't know. I don't know. I just know my quote. Anyway, so yeah, we will. Oh yeah, I have one footnote which is connected to the whole emotionalism and stupidity. So yeah, we will be right back in like 90 seconds. All right. So we got one footnote today, and I was, scrolling the Instagram, doing what when you scroll, and this video popped up. This video came up on my feed, and I was like, "Oh my god, they got me! They got me!" I'm not going to explain it much. I'm just going to play it, and then we'll react on the other side of it. All right. And I just want to give you a heads up. There's strong language, so if you're one of these sensitive people who don't like the N-word and all, this ain't the place for you at the moment. But warning: strong language. There's a point here in the mission and the vision. So YouTube, don't act crazy. This is for educational purposes only.
What do you think of black people?
I don't like them.
Why?
I really don't. Because I just think that they're always looking out to make trouble.
Go on, Jim, let's go right up there.
Better turn around, y'all. Let's go back. Go back. What? Go back. It is the next boy running with that.
We were riding down this block, and these white people start saying, "Get out of here, niggas. Get out of my neighborhood. Don't come to this neighborhood." And then they start hitting on her.
Throwing rocks and everything else.
Throwing rocks. Because we were in their neighborhood.
We went on a bike hike to McDonald's. We didn't mean to bother anybody.
We had a nice
we saw a parade, we saw a gathering, so we went down there to see what was happening. I never even know people around here were like that. I've never experienced anything like this in my life.
Now show what she had. It hit me with that rock. I would pick up the rock right next to me and hit him right dead in his face. They always say niggas are doing everything. They always say we're doing everything, right? We didn't. Every time the white people come down the block, we don't push them out their neighborhood and throw rocks and start hitting them. We don't bother the white people around our neighborhood, but when we get in a white neighborhood, they just push us out. Yeah.
Everybody with us, they said we're nothing, they were a piece of dirt, dogs. I mean, that's the way you treat an animal. I mean, God, we're human beings. Yeah. You don't treat other people like that. It's just wrong. Black, white, I don't care. A person is a person. Skin should have no bearing on how you treat a person. That's just wrong.
I hate their goddamn guts.
can't say that I hate them. I can't say that it's totally the kids' fault. I mean, I'm sure their parent had some bearing on the way they feel and everything else. I think it's just the system. I don't know.
How did this terrible thing affect your children? When they ask you these things, why? Why? What do you tell them?
There are good and bad in every people, every race, regardless. Tell them that we just happen to be amongst a few people whose minds are warped. And I'm not going to teach them that, regardless of how many bombs they put at this house. I'm not going to teach my children hate.
So yeah. So I'm sitting there, and then I read the comments. Well, I wasn't crying, but I was just like, "Oh, this is messed up." And so then I go to the comments, and of course, the usual suspects, all the black people. Oh, this is happening today, and I'm enraged in 2026. And then the light bulb went over in my head. Why? Yes, this is real racism. This is racism, right? But it was also 1974. This is still happening today. Where are loads of black kids getting chased out of neighborhoods? Where's that happening in 2026? Where's that happening? From the last I've seen, y'all chasing each other out of your own neighborhood. Y'all beating up mothers. Remember? Oh, okay. Anyway, this is real racism, right? Again, but as I tell people all the time, it is one thing to know your history, it is another to live in it, right? And people use these stunts during political years. And I was like, wait a minute, it's a political year. Oh, it's time for the racism stuff to start being conjured up again, right? Because we got to keep black people whipped up and emotional and believing mentally that this is where they are in 2026. The trick. This video had millions of views. This video had over 1.5 million likes. My running back from the Super Bowl liked it. That's how it popped up on my feed. So Kenneth Walker III, another gospel singer that I follow, he was in the comments. Oh, I'm enraged at 2026. For what? For what? If anything, what this video showed me is how we have progressed as a country. That's what it showed me. Now, we love to believe that yes, is there still racism? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But is it on this scale? This couldn't happen in 2026. This couldn't happen in 2026. We would have all of these kids' parents' heads if this was 2026. So how is that not progress? Number two, we would have recorded everything. We would have recorded the moment they walked up, right? We would have been recording. 20 of us would have been. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And then white power and all this other, yelling all this crap, like literally would have had their heads by the next morning, right? Stop allowing these people to whip you up emotionally and have you make irrational decisions when it comes to your vote. And by the way, if you're in Texas and in North Carolina and several other states, make sure you go out and vote today. Primaries. Yeah, make sure you vote. So yeah, is it effed up? Yes. But why live there? And then a lot of people didn't even get to the end of the video where the father was talking, because we don't want a strong black man talking about, well, we're not going to, teach our kids to hate everybody over a few bad apples. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Every white person you encounter is not going to treat you like this. Every black person you encounter is not going to treat you like that. That's what your parents should be teaching you. And then literally you don't get to see the hypocrisy on behalf of these white kids. They're calling the black kids the trouble and the animals while they're acting like trouble and animals. What are we doing? Stop allowing these people to play these mind games with you. This psychological psyops needs to be studied. Hmm. And this is I'm pretty sure these were Democrat heavy neighborhoods. So I don't even know what we're talking about. But yeah, the psychological warfare must stop. It must end. Revolution. Anyway, thank y'all so much for supporting. If you would like to support the channel, please head over to AJsRANTroom.com. That's AJsRANTroom.com. I'm trying to be a vendor at AmFest and it ain't cheap. So if you would like to support me, you can scan this beautiful red QR code or go to givesendgo.com/AJsRANTroom. That's givesendgo.com/AJsRANTroom. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, or in this case, a tea, you can head on over to buymeacoffee.com/AJsRANTroom or scan this beautiful QR code. Also, we take offerings in the virtual collection plate on Cash App. And if you don't see this beautiful logo on Cash App, it is not the right account. So support my socials, wherever you're from, crossover. So support me on X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, all AJ's Rant Room. And yeah, that's the show for today. I appreciate y'all for watching. Please, if you're watching the live stream on YouTube, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. And if you're a new subscriber, hit that notification bell. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully I was clear today and things of that nature. But anyway, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And we will catch you on Hump Day. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Peace.